You're afraid right now, aren't you? I know because I've been there. Standing in the middle of my life, surrounded by uncertainty, feeling like the ground beneath me was crumbling and there was nothing I could hold on to. Fear wrapped itself around my chest like a chain, making it hard to breathe, hard to think, hard to believe that things would ever be okay again. I was afraid of the future, afraid of failure, afraid of loss, afraid of being alone, afraid that maybe this time I wouldn't make it through. I lay awake at night staring at the ceiling, replaying worst-case scenarios in my mind. What if I lose everything? What if I'm not strong enough? What if God doesn't come through this time? The fear was so loud, so consuming, that I could barely hear anything else. And in those dark moments, when anxiety felt like it was drowning me, I cried out to God. Where are you? Do you see me? Do you even care that I'm falling apart? And then, in the quiet, I heard it. Not audibly, not dramatically, but unmistakably. A whisper, a truth, a promise. Do not be afraid, for I am with you. Isaiah chapter 41, verse 10. Do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. I am with you. Not I was with you. Not I will be with you someday. I am. Present tense. Right now. In this moment. In this fear. In this darkness. God was saying, I'm here. I haven't left. I won't leave. You're not alone in this. But I still felt alone. I still felt afraid. And I realized something important. God wasn't asking me to stop feeling fear. He was asking me to stop letting fear control me. He wasn't saying my circumstances weren't real or that my struggles didn't matter. He was saying that His presence was more real than my fear. His power was greater than my problem. His peace was stronger than my panic. I thought about the disciples in the boat during the storm. Matthew chapter 8, verses 23 through 26. They were experienced fishermen. They knew the sea. But this storm was different. The waves were crashing over the boat. The wind was violent. They were convinced they were going to die. And Jesus? He was asleep in the back of the boat. They woke him up, terrified, shouting, "Lord, save us! We're going to drown!" And Jesus said something that shook me when I read it. "You of little faith, why are you so afraid?" Then he stood up and rebuked the wind and the waves, and everything became completely calm. Why are you so afraid? Not, why are you afraid? But why are you so afraid? Because Jesus was in the boat with them. And if Jesus is in the boat isn't going down. They weren't alone in the storm. They had the creator of the wind and waves right there with them. But they were so focused on the storm that they forgot who was in the boat. And I realized I was doing the same thing. I was so focused on what could go wrong that I forgot who was with me. I was so overwhelmed by the size of my problems that I forgot the size of my God. I was staring at the waves instead of looking at Jesus, so I made a decision. I decided to trust him. Not because I understood what he was doing, not because I could see how things would work out, but because I knew who he was, and I knew he had never failed me before. Proverbs chapter 3 verses 5 and 6 say, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your paths straight." I couldn't lean on my own understanding anymore. It was failing me. My logic, my reasoning, my attempts to control everything were only making me more anxious. So I surrendered. I let go. I said, "God, I don't know how you're going to fix this, but I trust that you will. I'm choosing faith over fear." And something shifted, not immediately, not all at once, but gradually I began to feel it. Peace. Not because my circumstances changed, but because my perspective did. I stopped trying to figure everything out and started resting in the one who already had it figured out. I stopped obsessing over what could happen and started trusting in what God said would happen. He said he would never leave me or forsake me. Deuteronomy chapter 31 verse 6. He said he would work all things together for my good. Romans chapter 8 verse 28. He said his plans for me were good, to give me hope and a future. Jeremiah chapter 29 verse 11. And slowly, the fear began to lose its grip. The anxiety began to quiet. The panic began to fade. Not because the storm stopped, but because I stopped facing it alone. God was with me. And if God was with me, what did I have to fear? I started noticing his presence in ways I hadn't before. In the friend who called at exactly the right moment. In the scripture that appeared when I needed it most. In the peace that settled over me when I should have been falling apart. In the strength I found to take the next step, even when I didn't know where the path was leading. God was showing me, over and over again, I'm here. I've got you. You're safe with me. Psalm 23 became real to me in a new way. Even though I walk through the darkest valley, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. Through the valley. Not around it, not over it, through it. But not alone, never alone. God was with me every step of the way, and his presence was my comfort, my protection, my peace. I learned something in that season. Courage isn't the absence of fear. Courage is trusting God in the presence of fear. It's not pretending everything is fine when it's not. It's believing that God is bigger than whatever you're facing. It's choosing to move forward, even when you're scared, because you know you're not moving alone. And the more I trusted him, the more courage I found. The more I surrendered, the more peace I experienced. The more I let go of control, the more I saw God's control over everything. He was orchestrating things I couldn't see. He was closing doors to protect me. He was opening doors to bless me. He was working behind the scenes in ways I would only understand later. Joshua chapter 1 verse 9 says, "Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged. For the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go." Wherever I went, God was there. In the hospital room, in the financial crisis, in the broken relationship, in the uncertain future, in the sleepless nights, in the overwhelming days. God was there, and his presence changed everything. I'm not going to tell you that my life suddenly became easy. It didn't. The challenges didn't disappear. The struggles didn't vanish. But I faced them differently. I faced them knowing I wasn't alone. I faced them knowing that the God who created the universe was walking beside me. I faced them knowing that no matter what happened, I was held, loved, protected, and never abandoned. And now, when fear tries to creep back in, when anxiety starts to rise, when worry begins to take over, I remind myself of the truth. God is with me. He has never left me. He will never leave me. And if he is for me, who can be against me? Romans chapter 8, verse 31. So if you're afraid right now, if you're overwhelmed, if you're wondering how you're going to make it through, hear this. You're not alone. God is with you. In the fear, in the uncertainty, in the chaos. He's there. And he's not just watching. He's working. He's fighting for you. He's protecting you. He's guiding you. He's holding you. You don't need to have all the answers. You don't need to see the whole path. You don't need to figure it all out. You just need to trust the one who already has. You just need to take the next step, and then the next, and then the next. And with every step, you'll discover what I discovered. God is faithful, God is present, God is powerful, and God is with you. Do not be afraid, not because everything is fine, but because God is here. And that changes everything. If this message touched your heart, take a moment to go deeper. In the description and in the pinned comment, there's something waiting for you. A way to strengthen your faith, renew your courage, and remind your soul every day that you are never alone.